The solution to this example, first we're going to create a column chart. So I've highlighted all the data, insert, I'm going to go to the column charts and choose a 2D column. What we want is the chart title here. I'm going to double click on that. Must be daily spend. And we need it to be bold and underlined. In order to do that, I'll highlight it and you'll see this pops up. I'm going to say bold and underlined. We need the horizontal axis to be a date, so that looks correct. The vertical axis must be the bill. This axis must be formatted in currency. So to do that, I'm going to right click on there, say format axes. And over here at the bottom, we can choose a number, and I'm going to choose to do a currency, and maybe with no decimal places. So that's correct. There must be no horizontal grid lines. So what I can do is just click on one of the grid lines and click my delete button, and you'll see the horizontal grid lines go away. However, we want vertical grid lines. So for that, I need to add a chart element. So we're going to go look at the grid lines, and you'll see we've got major horizontal, which we've just deleted, so we don't want those. But we're going to ask for major vertical. When I click on that, you'll see they're now vertical, but we want them to occur every 14 days. So the way to do that, I'm going to right click on this axis, format it. You'll see it knows it's a date. At the moment it's 7 days. So let's change that to 14. And you'll see it shows the 14-day grid lines. If your version of Excel put a legend in, you must remove it. In this case it hasn't. We want the plot area to be white with no border. So the plot area is over here. If I hover, you can see it says plot area. It's already white, but let's just go to format plot area. So you'll see the full is already white. The border has decided there is no border, so that's fine. We want the chart area, so that's outside here. We need it to be a rounded border and have a shadow. So let's go to the border. If you go to the bottom here, it says rounded corners, and when I click on it, you'll see there's just rounded borders there. And ask for a shadow. So over here we've got an option for shadows. You can choose any which one you want. I'm going to choose that one, and you'll see it adds a shadow to the chart. We now need all the writing on the chart to be Arial size 11. So I can click here, and if I highlight it, I can say I want that to be Arial size 11. That's fine. Click on that. If I right click, there's a font option here, and again choose the one you want. Now this one goes in very small steps, so it's easier just to type in 11. Same thing here, right click, font, Arial 11, and that seems to be all the writing on the chart at the moment. Next, we're asked to fit it into the yellow, so I'm just going to put it there, just make it bigger so it fits nicely in there. We want to change now this horizontal axis, so it's downwards. This is a bit of an angle, so I can right click and format axes. You will notice, of course, if I click, it's actually changing this, so we didn't have to right click. I could just click on it. We're going to say we want the alignment, which is over here, and the text direction. We can choose one of those two. I prefer this one, and you'll see now it goes downwards. We also want this to be changed to have the month name written out. So again, we're on here, and where it says number, it's a date, but let's see if we can get something that we like. So I think that's too much, but maybe this one here. So you'll see now it's fully written out. Now what we want to do is we want to open this up, but we don't want this chart to change size. So we want to set it so that it doesn't change size based on the underlying cells. So I click on the chart area. Over here we've got something called properties. When I click on properties, I have these options. I'm going to choose don't move or size with the cells. So that's fine. Hopefully that's going to work. Let's see. We're now going to double click here to increase the size of that column. And you'll see even though the yellow cells moved, the chart has stayed exactly the same size. What we now need to do is choose the highest build date, so it's clearly this one here, and we want to change it to be red. So the first thing we need to do is if we click once, we're formatting the data series. If we click on that same one again, we're now formatting the data point. So let's go to fill, make a solid fill, I'm going to make it red, so that looks good. And we're asked to also add a label to it, so while we clicked on the data point, I'm going to right click, I'm going to add a data label, and you'll see immediately the number comes there. Remember we need it to be Arial 11, so I'm going to highlight that. Let's just change this to Arial 11, so that's fine. And there we have our chart.